And on we go. You are listening to episode/session 100 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in the D&D multiverse. My name is Mike, and tonight I'm joined by...
Hey, my name is Miles. I'm playing Chadicus Winthrop. I'm a human druid.
I am Kitties, and I will be playing Ren, a Goliath barbarian.
I am Senna, and I'm playing Snow, the Elven Cleric.
And the role of, or the player of Bit, one Nyx, will be unable to join us tonight, but she's in our hearts and she will rejoin us soon. So, when we last left Gordon's task force, Bit, Chadicus, Ren, and Snow, along with Stoneflame, awakened in Chadicus' shack on the outskirts of Forstride, and after a few morning rituals, they set off east, but not before Vardic informs the party that he will be staying in Forstride to assist the militia after Madik had been wounded. And yet the GTF proceeds on. The Rollforth Road is submerged under an inch of water, and before long, Snow casts Water Walk, which makes the journey much more easier on the party. They make good time walking a bit longer than normal, and bed down away from the river's new edge in a clearing in the Northall Woods. Their night is restful and uneventful, but in the morning, as they pack their things to leave, the party becomes aware of hostiles watching them, and as they clear the woods, GTF runs into a bucketful of Crushing Wave cultists. We rejoin Gordon's task force as their adversaries brandish their weapons on this morning of Flame Rule the Second. It's initiative, as soon as I take you to the page. Lots of tens.
Hey.
Alright.
All the 10s and a 20 and a 7.
Oh, Stoneflame react quickly. Get these guys up on the turn order. Alright. Let's see. Let's sort the turn order. Who has the higher dex of these two? Where'd your page go? Priest? The hell? Huh. Did I not roll their initiative? Or did I roll it? Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, we can do a quick roll off real quick. So the first one is Stoneflame. Okay, Stoneflame goes first. Alright, so Stoneflame turns and faces them down, and he rushes in without missing a beat. And brandishes his maul and gives a whack. The cultist doesn't see it coming at all, even though Stoneflame ran screaming at him. Ugh! But is woken up enough to dodge the next attack. So that's 14 damage. Okay. Alrighty. This Crushing Wave Priest is going to cast a spell on himself. Where's that one marker? Oh, there it is. And you can see his figure start to blur as if looking at him through a body of water. That's his turn. This Crushing Wave Reaver is going to run up to Chaticus and attack. Shield in the other hand. 10 to hit, does not hit.
Yep.
And then an 11. How does it? What does it look like when Chaticus dodges or blocks?
It's more like a quick drop to the knees and then just a kind of rolling around for a second.
All right. This Reaver is going to attack Stoneflame. 18 and 20. Ooh, gnarly. So Stoneflame takes a couple of hits. And I don't have his HP here. Why don't I have his HP here? That's fine. Yeah, okay. Take 16 hits of damage. That's their turn. Alright. Oh wait, never mind. You hear a disturbance in the trees. As out from the tree line, not taking you by surprise, but bursting out of the tree line is a chain breaker cultist who first goes for an attack on Bit. Oh, rolls that was the GM, but he rolled a 12. And then he raises his hand and he's gonna come up to here, and he takes his longsword and he takes it in a fist and he smashes the fist against his shield, and some energy erupts from that and hits Bit and Chaticus. I need you guys to roll a wisdom saving throw. I'll roll for Bit. Okay, so Bit will take 5 points of psychic damage. Hang on a second. Are your tokens not set up? What? What happened? Okay. HP should be on your dudes now. Anyway. So yeah, no fail to Chaticus, 5 damage on Bit. And then another one of the militia defectors appears out of the woods. A light eater who approaches Ren. And tries to harm her with his whip as he uncoils it. Nope, it's up to GM. 21 to hit,
Hits.
dealing 5 slashing and 4 necrotic. You don't have any spell slots, so you don't have to worry about this. He then attacks again, missing terribly, and then he skirts away. And that's his turn. Snow. The Light Eater is heading in your direction, brandishing his whip. What do you do?
Well, he's in my reach, right?
Yeah, he ended his movement here. I don't know how that interacts with Polar Master. Does it count for your reaction, or? I guess once they enter your reach, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, go ahead with your reaction. That's a good hit. Ooh. You may now take your turn.
And let's see here. I'm gonna move over this way.
You will take an attack of opportunity because of his whip, which is a 10-foot reach. So that's going to be a pow. 16? Does not hit because you have plate now. Aha.
Yep.
It
I'm
clangs
actually
against.
gonna move.
It clangs against the plate ineffectively.
And I think I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave.
Ooh.
Oh, that one is so much fun.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's not bad at all. Alright, so here's the con saves for all of them. These two guys. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2.
And I'm actually going to use.
Oh boy. Destructive Wrath.
Can I use my Channel Divinity with it?
Isn't it every time you deal thunder damage? Oh, that's right.
We
changed
reflavored it to cold.
I guess not. Because Destructive Wave is all about thunder.
Okay.
We should talk about that later. For now, we'll let the ruling as we've written it out stand. Yes. Okay, the Crushing Wave Priest, they also failed. The Chain Breaker has a good con. He saves. And who's left? The Reavers and the Dark Tide Knight. He steals himself, and then Reavers. There's 3 of them. Oh wait, there's 2 of them. Oh no, there's 3 of them.
Nope.
1, 2, 3. Okay, lots
The
of
ones-
hurt.
The ones who fail are knocked prone as well.
Oh, they might just be dead. What's 14 times or plus 24?
38.
38. Okay. They are certainly knocked prone. They're also knocked dead.
Nice.
Stoneflame turns back and says, "Hey, I was working on that one."
Well, you'll just have to work on another.
Let's see. Yeah, they both failed. So it's 38 on this guy. 38 on this guy. And this one needs to make another save for the spell he's concentrating on. So 38. I can't do math. Divided by 2 is 18?
19.
19.
19.
Thank you. Wow, he has to roll a DC 19 con save. He fails. Alright. You have soundly knocked the concentration off of him. Well done. Oh, the Dark Tide Knight takes half of this. Oh, I haven't accounted for. Hold on. 38. Okay, so 19 on him, and 19 on him. Okay. Very good. Bit.
Well, actually, one thing I want to do as a reaction when Snow blows up the person in front of me,
Yeah.
I would like to turn them into a zombie.
Okie dokie.
So you're gonna hear some sickening kind of popping noises as the body kind of stands up, and just you see these mushroom caps just kind of burst out of the skin for a second. So it'll be there. And continue.
Did we give you a sheet for your zombies?
I know I have like an attack that I made for it, but they only have 1 hit point, so it's not much that I have to follow, and they get hit by everything.
Okay.
They have like 8. They have like 8 AC or something like that.
Got it. Okay. We'll have the same AC. Okay. Snow, anything else?
I think that's it.
Alright, a stellar turn by Snow. Bit is going to turn to this Light Eater and Hail Mary. Oh, unfortunately, it's not much of a Mary. She's gonna... Can she do that? Yeah, she can. He's going to advance over to here and use that one thing that Sun Soul monks can do and burn a... where is it? She's going to burn 2 key points. And cast Burning Hands on these 2 cultists up here. I don't know how. It's probably her wisdom's +2. Oh, math.
Well, it's 8, 2, and 4, so it'd be 14.
Thank you. Okay. So let me pass that. Saves. And that one is not. Okay, so 13 damage to this guy. So you see him get coated by this bright yellow flame, and this one does not as much. 6. Okay. Shadicus.
I am going to bonus action cast Shillelagh, and then I'm gonna donk the one behind me.
Alrighty. That's a hit. Nice.
And then I'm going to command my zombie to just move over here and try to launch him.
Okay.
And let's see, where's my zombie attack? Didn't I? Here, I'll look it up. It'll take just a second. It's not going to be too much. It's like +2 to it, I think.
Well, I think that
+3.
if you could use the dancing zombie for the macro, if you'd like, because it's the same slam attack, right?
If they're normal zombies, then it'd be the same one, yeah.
Yep.
16 to hit.
16 misses.
All right, that's going to be that turn.
Alrighty. This crushing wave priest here is very concerned about what Snow's doing. So, you actually hear him hiss out toward the Light Eater and say, "You're supposed to take care of their mages." And he's going to cast his own spell. He's going to cast. That's boring. He's gonna cast a spell on Snow, and Snow, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. All right.
Not good.
Not good. You are hold personed.
Okay.
You're paralyzed at the end of your turns. You can make another Wisdom save. That's it. Yeah. Ren.
Ren, seeing all that's go on, she goes into a rage and she is just going to start running up and swinging at this guy who's from the militia, screaming, "You killed my brother!"
That's a hit. The 21 kills.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
When she hits him, she's going to run up to this guy and use the 20 on him.
Alrighty.
And the 14, if that works.
14 does not, but the 20 does. You clock him right in the forehead and is knocked dead. Anything else?
Okay, Stone Flame, I killed 2. Your turn.
On it! However, the Dark Tide Knight here runs up to Stoneflame. Finally his turn. And is going to take a couple of stabs at him. But Stoneflame blocks both of them with the haft of his hammer. That one's dead. Stoneflame chuckles and attacks him right back. For 19, which I'm pretty sure hits. Yep. Ooh. A solid whack fills the air, and then he follows up with another. Oh. And you can see this this cultist wavering. That one's alive. Alright. This one advances on Snow. And he's gonna cast Ray of Frost at her with advantage. He seems a little tentative. 20 to hit for 11 cold.
It's an automatic critical.
Oh, no it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's for melee
That's
attack.
for
If I'm
melee.
paralyzed.
That's for melee attacks.
Oh.
That's for
I mean,
actually
I'll take it.
actually it's for attacks within 5 feet, which is an important distinction, but not relevant here. So 11 cold damage.
Okay.
The oh, well, you don't count anymore. That one doesn't count. And you don't count, and you don't count. Alright, try to break out, Snow. You are freed of the paralyzation.
Hell yeah.
Bit is going to run up to here and will Hail Mary. Oof. That's one. For 6, and then a couple of unarmed strikes. That does hit. Alright, for 12 damage in total. Oh wait, no, 13. And then, she'll interpose herself. Still thinking you were paralyzed. Atticus.
Okay, I will frumpily walk down towards this guy. And I forgot I took the what's it called? Where you get a mage spell feat. So I actually have a cantrip that I can attack with.
Oh, Booming Blade.
Mm-hmm. But that's gonna miss.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Zombie goes right after me. They have 20 feet of movement, so I think they can move here.
I believe you're right. Yep.
And then they can make an attack against this one.
Alrighty.
And it looks like the Dance Macabre zombie can't work, so I can just press this button.
That
And
misses,
that misses.
unfortunately. And both of you rolled a total 12. Alrighty. Well, this one down here casts a spell And it's important to note that all of them were walking on the water as you were, but he is going to cast something else, and then you watch as the Dark Tide Knight and this priest sink into the ground. And he starts, not sinks into the ground, but sinks into the water, and he starts running away. And he's off screen. And we're gonna say, I'm gonna mark that on his token. He's 10 feet off screen. Oh wait, hold on, what does that spell do again? Oh, he's 40 feet off screen.
Very zippy.
Very zippy. He's cowardly running away. Ren, it's your turn.
So Ren's gonna run down here.
You're very quiet.
Oh, Ren's gonna run down here to between these guys, and she's going to first swing at this.
Alrighty.
And I think this dude here.
Alrighty. That one misses. The other one hits. So you cleft this one.
And then turn around with momentum strike and hit the knight in front of her.
So as you go in and you as you raise your axe for the first attack on the Dark Tide Knight, Stoneflame goes, no, wait, that was mine! And then you miss, and he's like, oh! And as you turn around and slay the guy, and then you come back with a momentum strike, he says, no, wait! And then you slam the maul end of the great axe. Go ahead and roll damage. And the Dark Tide Knight crumples. That was mine! Stoneflame says.
You have to be quicker.
He just grumbles a little bit as he starts running after this one. And he gets to be 15 feet off screen. But then after a while, he gives up. Oh darn, I wish I was able to change the music. Back. No, wait. As the, well, does anybody have range of like 100 feet or more that you want to use?
I mean, I can with disadvantage throw the javelin.
Chill touch has 120 feet, I believe.
Okay, let me go back to...
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't. It should be like 90, right?
Chill touch is pretty good. I'm gonna go back to the fight music. Okay, so Stoneflame... Oh, we're still in it! Stoneflame
It is
starts...
120.
Stoneflame starts running after the guy. This guy is 40 feet off of screen. Snow, is there anything you want to try to do?
You know what? I'll call lightning.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'll run as far as I can and then cast it right above his
Heretics
head.
deserve no mercy.
Heretics deserve no mercy.
That is a good point. You and Snow are on the same wavelength.
Alrighty, so let's see, there's a con save. He does save. And it hurts him greatly, but he is not dead. What's half of 19? 9? Yep. Bit, get to him from where she is. What's her speed right now?
Level 11, I think, is the next one. So I don't know what the dashing actions are.
45. So, and then another 40. That makes 70.
45 should equal 90 if they added together.
And if she takes a key point, yeah, alright, so Bit, sensing what's going on, will spend a key point to dash up to the fleeing cultist, and then use a bonus action to attack. Yeah. Strike. Oh wait, no, it's her actual action. But that's okay because she runs, and so Snow had made like a platform of ice with flash freeze, and the priest had slowed significantly because of the utter chill from her coldness, and Bit just zips up to him and just slams her foot into his neck and knocks him down onto the ice, and you hear a really nasty crunch sound. And now you're out of initiative. Bit walks back. I think I got him. And she looks at Snow and she says, "Thank you for slowing him down a bit."
Well, thank you for finishing him off.
Ren walks up to Stoneflame and says, "That's 4 for me and 0 for you."
He gives Ren a frown and says, "See if that score remains."
Yep.
The zombie is... Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that. So right now you guys are on water. So the zombie actually would have had slower movement. It didn't matter though, because they didn't make any hits. But yeah, so the zombie's like sloshing through the water slowly. How long does the zombie thing
Pretty
last?
sure it dies after combat, but I don't know how long. Because it's like combat time it lasts, but as soon as it hops out of combat, it dies very quickly.
That was a minute.
It might be a minute. That's usually the time they give it, but it might be longer. Oh no, 1 hour.
Okay.
We got a person to carry our books and bags, so I'm going to give him my backpack and just let it kind of walk behind me.
Okay. You notice very quickly that it is trailing several feet behind very slowly as it sloshes through the water.
Cultists can't be useful even when they're dead. It's troubling, I'll tell you.
Stoneflame says, so
I'll take my bag back and I'll just snap and the zombie will fall down.
splashes in the water. Some of the mushrooms pop off and float.
Those are not good for eating, are they?
No, they certainly are not.
Alright. Should we keep walking then? Stoneflame says. He seems a little eager.
This is most likely the correct direction, considering someone attacked us.
Okay.
This is Snow, you are a good fighter. You were just behind me with 3 kills.
Thank you, Ren. I've worked long and hard to become that way.
You would be good Goliath. Just so you know.
That gives you a little smile.
Stoneflame just grumbles to himself, not intending to be overheard, but he is able to be heard to say, "I'm a good Goliath."
Ren kind of smiles and she says, "Yes, Stoneflame, you are good Goliath."
Bit says, it seems like he's trying very hard.
It's very hard when you're beat by a girl. 2 girls.
Stoneflame looks at Ren and just kind of like shrugs at that. You got more kills, it was fair. So a few hours pass as the sun raises into the sky. And when it's still like around maybe noon. Hold on, I gotta do that calculation in my head. 4 hours, yeah. So around noon, you get to the bridge that crosses the Tudeira River. About 3 miles out of Rolid. It becomes clear from the smell and the sight of water on the other side of the bridge that is flowing over land and mixing with the river water, that the very ocean has flooded onto the land, and that the sea level has risen, at least near the coast. It's like there's a little bit of a elevation from the river, or normally there's an elevation from the river up to where the bridge is that leads toward Rolid, and it's like the water's flooded over the land and is pouring into it like a waterfall, and you can see that as the case at least a mile or two up the river. How did the ocean flood? Stoneflame says, scratching his head.
Melting of the polar ice caps.
Stoneflame then looks to Snow.
I'm certain the cult had something to do with it.
Their influence is very far.
They'll likely be farther upstream. So we should continue that way, I believe.
What does that mean? What are you guys gonna do?
I was saying that I think we should go higher upstream. I imagine this isn't the spot where it's doing it, right? Because you said it like the water was flowing in from upstream, coming in, and then causing it to flood over.
Okay. So, when you're at the bridge, you notice water flowing from east to west, and there's like a lot of it. I'm not describing the spatiality of it. So I guess a diagram, maybe.
So is the water flowing from the ocean into the river?
It would seem that way because it's coming from the east.
So it's actually coming towards it's actually coming from the ocean and not from the river itself.
You would make that you would make that summation. Summation? Is that a word?
Summation?
Summation, yeah. It looks like it's that way because as soon as you cross the bridge, you just see more water flowing from the east. And what you notice is that it drops into the river like a waterfall.
And are we noticing as we look up the river that has not flooded as much, or it's like slowed?
You can't tell for absolutely certain, but roll perception checks. Okay. Well, you didn't have disadvantage. Where'd that come from?
Because I was getting ready to throw a javelin at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Well, you all put it together pretty well that as you look up north up the river, the amount of water that is either waterfalling or just flowing into the river from the land is decreasing as you look upriver.
So it's very likely sourced from Rolid, which would make sense because Gordon's friend went missing there, or at least wasn't heard from.
We should definitely check Rolid.
I do have to look into his ship, don't I?
So after crossing the bridge and walking about another half mile more, you can see 6 figures in the distance. The land here is quite flat. Maybe a rolling hill here and there, but it's pretty flat as you approach Rolid. And you can also see the ocean from here by now. The horizon line and everything. Of the 6 figures in the distance, you can see 3 are standing around. Kind of, some are, maybe 1 or 2 of them is standing akimbo. Another one just has their hands to their sides. And the other 3 seem to be using tools and striking the ground with splashes.
Those ones look like they're up to no good.
Shall we investigate?
Let's.
It's on the way. So as you get closer, you can see the ones that are standing around are, in fact, more crushing wave reavers with their sharp-toothed longswords and shell shields, and that the folks that are working are townsfolk. And as you approach closer, maybe within 100 feet or so, you hear the crushing wave reavers, or at least one of them, call out, "Keep hoeing, you pathetic worm! You lost your chance at glory in the crushing wave. Now you'll be crushed by toil."
She needs to be crushed by a great axe.
I'm inclined to agree.
Try to keep one of them alive this time. We'll get more information.
I'll knock her out with my end of my blade.
I don't think that works, but we can try.
It's got a nice round ball on it. It'll just knock her brains a little bit.
The concussive force of that can still definitely render someone unconscious or dead, so be careful. Shall we?
Okay.
Stand by. I need to put a token down. Didn't work for some reason. Easy fix.
I just realized I did not rage that whole last battle, even though I said I did.
Well, I guess you saved yourself a rage.
I did.
It'll be useful. Okay. So I said 100 feet, so I'm going to make that true with moving these tokens. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Good enough. And I think that. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna change the music real quick. Bring you guys there. And go ahead and roll initiative.
I didn't have the token.
I know I did. What happened?
Alrighty. Bit is gonna start heading in their direction. She'll use her tabaxi sprint to start. She like leapfrogs over Ren and zooms over to this one, and is gonna try to clothesline her with her staff. That's a hit for 6 bludgeoning. And then she'll follow up with a two-hander because she can do that. That also hits for 11. And then Snow looks back and says, "You wanted one out, right?" Like knocked out, she means.
If possible.
She goes for a attack with her elbow. And this one is knocked cold and falls into the water.
Watch out for drowning.
Oh, okay. That's her turn. But that Reaver doesn't get to go. Chaticus.
I think I'm just gonna chill out over here, and I'm gonna choke this one with the chill touch.
All right.
I didn't roll the hit. I did not roll the hit. That's some pathetic damage, by the way. It's +5. I'll just roll it and I'll figure out why the macro isn't like that. Seems like it happens every update.
Yeah, Roll20 updated recently, and as usual, fucked everything up, and I have to fix it. That
Ooh,
is
2 damage.
2 damage.
Take it.
Alrighty.
I will hang out right here.
This one brandishes its sword, and they look at the party and Bit with the drowning one. And, are they smart enough for that? Nah. They're gonna go over to Bit and attack her. 17. I don't know if that hits or not. It does. 5 slashing, and then again, misses. And Bit says, "I'm trying to save your friend from drowning." But that's all for them. Stoneflame is going to scream and dash as far as you can, which is only 60 feet. And, I don't know if I gave him javelins. Stoneflame probably wouldn't hold javelins. He's not smart enough for that, so he's just kind of there, making his way toward the cultists here. That's his turn. You watch this cultist. You watch this cultist bash at this town folk here, knocking him to the ground with her shield as she runs to meet Stoneflame. Getting to about here. Ren.
Ren is going to run up. She can go 40 feet. She's gonna run up here. And she is going to throw a javelin at this one. Or actually, no, she's going to throw a javelin at the one that's standing in front of Bit.
Alrighty. Oh. But you have the range for that?
Oh. Yeah, it's with disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah. Roll again.
Actually, if I aim at that one that I decided... nope.
Actually, I round down, so you would.
So let's go ahead and leave it on this one.
All right. Stoneflame turns back and says, "Hey."
Carry javelins.
I need javelins. Snow.
I am going to dash.
All right.
This is as far as I can get.
Can she use her? Can she use her extra attack?
Yes.
With the javelins
Yes.
as well.
Sorry.
So she's gonna throw another.
All right. That is just enough. It's in an arc over Stoneflame. Almost like it's that one really mean game where you try to keep a ball away from somebody between two people. I don't remember.
Keep away.
Is it keep away? I remember something else. Anyway, it's like that. The javelin lodges itself in their shoulder and they cry out, but they're not down yet. Bit, were you just running? Oh, wait, I said Bit. Snow, were you just running?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Bit is going to smash face. Whack, whack. Both are effective whacks. And there's an unarmed strike in there somewhere. As soon as I get to it. Oh! With a very stellar, guile kick follow-up. Shattering their jaw as they sprawl into the ground. This one's knocked out. Jadicus.
If I kill Steel Stoneflame. Yeah, we're gonna do it. 26 to hit?
That's a hit. And this cultist crumples.
Just kind of withers and falls to the ground.
Stoneflame's shoulders slump a little bit, and he throws, or he doesn't throw. He takes his maul and he splashes it in the water, turns around with a huff, and just crosses his arms. Fine. He grumbles a little bit to himself, and Bit then lifts this cultist out of the water and just drags them by their shoulders.
Actually, Ren runs over and just picks him up like it's nothing, throws him over her shoulder.
Oh, thank you, Ren.
I got this, Bit. No worries.
And these townfolk are they stared at the whole thing, and they're just sort of, they have these tools in their hands, hoes and rakes, and they're just staring. And
You don't have to dig no more.
they look at each other. Thank you. And this one looks to his two companions and walks forward and says, things aren't well in Rolid. His voice trembles as he says that.
Is there more of this lot there?
Quite a few, yes. They've... Well... Sorry, I'm having a communications meltdown in my brain. He says, They killed all of the militia. They've taken over the town hall keep. And then he kind of looks with a distant expression in a ghostly direction. No direction in particular.
And they have more detachments of people like you doing this work.
Well, not many, actually. This all started yesterday. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, let me check my notes. Where are you? Oh yeah. So today is. Hold on. Now I gotta do some calendar work. Stand by.
Red 2 standing by.
Yellow leader standing by.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Did I say the wrong word? Gordon's task force left on Flame Roll 2. Today is Flame Roll 3. I messed up the recap. It's Flame Roll 3. Let me change that real quick so I don't lose track of time. Says, started a few days ago, on the 1st, in the morning. We were all in our homes, still sleeping. It was before dawn, and suddenly this torrential rainstorm started. And the rain just kept coming and coming and just pouring. For an hour of the most torrential rain I've ever seen in my life.
And the cultists took over your town hall shortly after?
I'm not exactly sure. He looks to his companions and they look back. As the sun was rising and the clouds parted, there were cultists taking people from their homes. They have these monsters with them that walk like we do, but they're lizards. Scales, maws, everything.
Do we know anything about whether or not they have a leader? Someone that we can know by name? I'm sure this one, as I point down to the one on the ground unconscious, will be able to be of some instruction, but if you could provide other details, that would be most helpful.
They referred to a guy, it seemed that there was a person with authority named Gar. They said that name a lot with reverence and sometimes fear.
Gar. I suppose we'll have to have a discussion with this Gar fellow. He'll probably know the situation better than we will.
They just sort of stand there still gobsmacked by the sudden, first of all, more sudden violence, and also that their captors have been dealt with.
Ren goes over and picks out, even with this cultist on her back, she takes out her javelins.
Gotcha. Ooh, excuse me.
Should we wake this one up?
We shall find somewhere a little bit drier, I think.
You're probably not going to find anywhere dry except for the pier.
Then let's wake her up. Ren takes out a bit of rope and ties her hands pretty tightly.
Okay. How do you wake her up?
I look to Snow. Mrs. Snow, how are you going to wake her up?
I'll bring my gauntlet up and kind of smack her face a couple times, see if that wakes her up.
The second one. She's struggling in her bonds.
Good morning.
She gnashes her teeth. You will drown. You will drown.
Shush. It's best to only talk when we tell you to.
She keeps struggling. She says, You don't give orders to me. I follow all Hydra.
Oh, what?
She looks at Chadicus with a glare, and she says, "All Hydra, the god of the sea and the storms and the sea and the water." Or actually, she says
And
god.
how does that work?
She actually says goddess. Sorry. And to answer Snow, how is that working out? I am but a pawn in hers and Gar's plan.
A fanatic. Well, at least we've got Gar's name. Is Gar located at the town hall? Is he doing his business there? We would wish to have a word with him.
You would, wouldn't you? And then she
Think of it this way: if you direct us to where he is, he'll most likely kill us.
Oh man, she was gonna say something else and now I forgot. She says, "You're lucky you left before I recognize you from their descriptions. Yeah, you came to our temple. If you met Gar then, you would have been killed. And you will be killed."
So he's in the temple.
She blinks for a second, she opens her mouth like she's about to say something, and then closes it, and then gnashes her teeth in a nasty smile and nods.
Can I insight check that?
You can.
Nope.
Give me a second here. Yep. So, Chadicus, you notice that this is a classic case of somebody put words in her mouth and they turned out to be a better option, so she just went along with it.
I don't believe he's at the temple.
Ren Dunker.
Okie dokie.
I
Ren
welcome
turns
it.
her up. So Ren turns her upside down and dunks her in the water and holds her there.
I'm gonna begin currying the civilians out of here.
Where will you take them?
I'm gonna start just walking towards Rolid a little bit with them. Just lead them away from the violence.
Got it. If you don't mind, we'd rather not go back. At least until... if the cultists can be driven out.
Well, we were attacked on the road, so I could send you that way and you could try your luck that way, or you can be by the people who just murdered 3 of them very easily. Yours pick.
They look at each other and they say, or one of them says, then could you take us back to Drix Dregs? That's where they're keeping us. For now,
Certainly.
at least. Be careful, though. They have... There's something there guarding the place.
I'm sure it's not going to be any trouble.
Mrs. Snow, should I pull her up now?
She actually hadn't been struggling at all.
I suppose so.
Okay.
You pull her up, and...
Honestly, if she's not going to be a reliable source of information, we should be rid of her.
I do not think we should drown her. I think she would like that.
I agree.
Oh, can I do it? It won't count.
Be my guest.
It's okay. You could kill her, Snowflame. It's okay. We understand you need the murder.
I got the murder all day, and he just unceremoniously, like it's work, just smashes her head in with the maul, and she collapses. I was tired of hearing her speak.
Stupid cultist.
Yes.
There is only one true way. Well, maybe there's a few, but what do I know?
The Stoneflame looks in the direction of Rolid.
Mr. Chadukas, do you know where we're going?
To the east, until we find problems.
Peoples, stay behind me. Not so much Stone Flame.
Okay. And they do gather behind Ren, and you guys start walking towards Rolid. And it becomes very apparent that they are gonna also trail behind because of the water. I assume that Snow is like continually casting Water Walk.
Yes.
So they're struggling to keep up because of they're in knee-high water.
Ren gives Stoneflame a little punch on the arm, and she says, "You are a good Goliath, I promise."
Thank you. Should we help them? Should we maybe carry them, or that actually doesn't sound like a good idea?
Actually, I could carry a couple.
Well, if we do that, Miss Ren, then they might get between us and any blades that may come our way from the cultists. And I don't want to do that.
I can cast Water Walk on them.
How many creatures can you do with Water Walk?
Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range.
Okay, then everybody in this little party here can do that. We might find cover as soon as we get within town, if you don't mind.
It's a good idea.
So you guys start walking toward Rolid. Oh, wait, that's the wrong map. Flooded Rolid. So what's very apparent to you is the keep in the center of town. Town hall and stronghold. What was once the center of administration, justice, and protection of Rolid is now a gargantuan fountain of water. You can see the stone masonry of the small keep beneath the torrent, but on top of it all is what looks like battlements made of ice, and they form a sort of platform at the top of this geyser of water. And I should probably bring token or some kind of symbol for the party. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna make it a different color so it's more visible. Maybe a darker green. There we go. That'll work. Okay. Oh, those letters should be on the GM layer. Hold on. You don't need to see those. They're in the way. Alright. So what do you do?
How deep is the water that we're walking through?
Thanks to snow, you're walking atop it, but you notice that it looks like it's about a foot deep. And right now, you're still on the road, sort of outside of town, as signified by your token.
Well, let's see. We've got 2 giant Goliaths. We've got a person in clunky armor. We've got a fat man. And we've got 1 dexterous cat. Does anyone have any problems with us just walking towards the center of town and finding where these people are? I personally am not familiar with Rolid, if you know where we should be going to.
Something tells me stealth is not one of our things.
And as I remember, the cultists managed to, appear from the water in the river. So I'm not quite certain stealth is an option, even. Probably best if we hide the civilians somewhere around here.
Do you all know where to go to be safe?
Well, I'm sure that they look at each other again. Perhaps we could hide in the slums. We make a break for it, especially with the enchantment you've given us, Miss Snow. They say to Snow with deference.
Well, it only lasts an hour, remember.
We'll find tables and chairs.
We aim to be rid of this incursion and wetness quite quickly, so if you do see things dry up significantly fast, you can always come find us afterwards.
They nod. And as the whole group starts advancing, they all sort of take off, running in this direction toward the tree, toward the group of small shacks within it. And so, tell me where you're going.
I think we should cut right to the point and go to the center of town.
Let's go.
Okay. So you start heading down this main drag here. And you can hear to your left down the street here, sloshing and crashing. And you look in that direction, and you can see a group of lizard folk, those creatures you had fought before in the water temple. And it looks like, at first glance, it looks like they're trying to break into a building.
How many?
There's 5 of them.
Ren looks over and pokes Chaticus and says, Mr. Chaticus, shall we get their attention?
I think we do need to pad Stoneflame's numbers up a bit, don't we?
He has his maul.
Ren yells, Hey, stupid lizard people! Come here! I got something to say.
Their attention is drawn in your direction. All 5 of them look at the party. And then they just go back to smashing the house.
How far away are they?
I'm going to have to measure that on the other map because I didn't do this one. So give me a hot second. So the scale here, it's going to be... They're pretty far away. They're about a third of a football field away, 300 feet. And I'll mark them now. So I know it'll do. Yeah, just put their token right there. That represents a group of them. They just turn and regard Snow, and then they just keep... It seems like they're working on trying to get a door open. As they hiss.
What
I
did you
suppose
say?
we'll...
There could be people in there.
We should definitely do something about it.
I agree. Stoneflame just starts running toward them.
He really needs to kill something, and Ren runs behind him.
Legitimately, he says. In battle. So, as you guys approach, they seem to pay no mind as they keep trying to get into this building. Oh, I did put your tokens there, but do they have your HP? You do, okay. Gonna take you there. You're gonna have to bear with me as you imagine that the water actually fills all the streets and not just those tiles. And in a hot second, I'm gonna ask you to roll initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Twinsies.
Oh, they're to GM, of course. Alrighty, Ren and Snow. You're up.
Ren is going to run up as far as she can. And she is going to, I think she's close enough that she can throw a javelin towards one of them. Yes, she is going to throw a javelin at the one that's right here.
Alrighty. He turns around just in time for the javelin to slam into his shoulder, and he hisses out in pain. 7 damage.
And she throws another at him.
Both slam into him. For 8. Okay.
Hey, stupid lizard people. Come on, take us on.
And they turn and they do brandish their weapons. Snow.
I think I'm going to move up here. And I will cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh.
They're cute little ice mephits flying around.
Nice. The range is 15, right?
Yes, I think so.
Alrighty.
It is.
Certainly, this one starts to try to brave the nastiness. What does he have to roll again?
I will.
DC 15.
Is it-
Oh, he's still at the GM for some reason. Oh, that's why. Oh, he rolled a 20. But is his speed still halved? Or does it not matter if he made the save or not?
It says an affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so the speed thing doesn't matter. Alright, so half speed, so he's got only 15 feet of movement left, so he gets to here, and he's still trying to make his way to you.
Use my reaction.
Yeah. And you cut him down.
Nice.
And these two are going to get up and close and sees how the all of the mephits just cut into the lizard folk, and as a result they sort of are a little wary as they each sort of start to surround the bubble. Oops. And they're going to start hucking projectiles of their own. They both hurl a javelin at Ren. 13 misses.
Miss.
11 misses.
Miss.
Alright. Stone Flame goes. And he is going to spend his movement to get up to here. And he pulls a javelin from Ren's javelin holster. And
Hey!
and launches it at one of the lizard folk. Oh, but he misses really badly. And just kind of splashes in the water.
You better go get that.
I will. As soon as I do this, and he takes another one and does the same thing. And it hits. Ooh, for 10 damage. Attaboy. Okay. This lizard folk is going to also skirt around the fray, dashing to get to here.
They're not inhibited by the water.
They are. He's like. It's almost like he's swimming. It's almost like he's got fins that make him glide through it. But that is his turn as he dashed. So Chaticus.
I think we're gonna donk him. Bonus action Shillelagh. I'm gonna walk forward very carefully with my little wood shield, and I'm gonna try to donk him.
Alrighty.
Ooh. Okay. The thunder damage does happen at this level. It's just one die. Yeah.
Well, I killed him one hit.
I'm sorry about your friend. He was a nice lizard. I'm sure he had a good brood.
Bit zooms up here, and Chaticus, you feel her pat your shoulder as like, good job, as she gets up to this one, and again attempts to clothesline it with her staff. Misses, hits for 10, and then follows up with a kick to the shin. I think that misses. Nope, that just hits. So instead of a kick to the shin, she cracks her staff on his neck, and the creature doubles over in pain, grasping at his now crushed neck, and Bit finishes him off with a heel of hand to the forehead. And that's Bit's turn. This one is also going to snake through the water. And just get to Bit. And tries to hit her with a heavy club. That's weird. 15 misses as Bit dodges nimbly and then attempts to hit her with his shield. Oh, hits for 7 damage. And that's his turn. Ren.
Ren runs up and sees Bit getting hit, so she's going to use her great axe to make some damage on this guy that's hitting Ren, or hitting Bit.
That is a miss as he blocks with his shield. It's also a miss. That hits for 8 damage. Alright. Anything else, Ren?
The wind got in my eyes.
Snow.
I'm gonna move up here and get this guy. Bring the ice down on him.
That hits. For 9 damage. For 11 damage. And Ice Butt he blocks with his shield. Anything else, Snow?
No, perfect.
Alrighty. Well, this one is going to get up to here and is going to take a hurt. Yeah.
Needs to make it.
Constitution saving throw. Oh no. He takes a step and gets clobbered by ice methods and dies. It's still Snow's turn though, I think. Oh wait, no, Snow already took her turn. Okay, so Stoneflame is going to walk up to here and is going to try to hurt this guy. And a bonk, and a bonk. And Stoneflame gets his first kill of the day as he puts this one down, taking you all out of initiative. Alright, he says. I feel much better now. And he just kind of kicks the lizard folk. And he looks at Ren with a smile. But then he picks up her javelins and hands them back to her. Thank you.
Thank you. You shall keep one for yourself.
Okay.
Let's take their javelins too.
That's a good idea. And he starts collecting javelins. I'm gonna give him an action for javelin throwing real quick.
So I get all 4 of my javelins back.
You get 2 of them back.
How many do we get from the guys?
Let's say they each have 2, so 10 in total. How many are you giving Stoneflame?
4, and I'm gonna keep 6.
Alright. And as you guys are collecting javelins, Snow and Chadicus notice a window in the building here. A pair of eyes looking out of what looks like a boarded up window. Boarded up from the inside.
Probably best if we get to town now. At least the center of it.
Yes.
And you hear, as you turn and start to walk back, you hear, "Thank you!" coming from the building. You continue making your way toward the center of town. When you get to there, you looking at the big structure here, you see you can now see a figure on the top platform looking down at you, holding, or in one hand is what looks like a trident, and the other arm is that of a massive lobster complete with pincer.
She looks important.
Perhaps that is Gar.
They lean on the trident, and you can hear their booming voice. Ah, the meddlers. Yes, I am aware of your foray into our great temple under Bayrock Keep. I can forgive this. Come and join us. Bask in the majesty of the endless ocean. My majesty surely has stunned you in silence.
Oh, is that it? You were done?
I thought she was going to say more.
Yeah, I thought she was going to say more too. She single-handedly, moistened an entire town.
What say you?
Strange weather we've been having.
Oh, so you've noticed. 'Tis the great power of elemental water.
It's an abomination.
You would say that, child of winter. I take it you have refused my offer.
I mean, I think we are waiting to hear more. What would it be in it for us?
Power. Power and mastery over the most powerful element of all, that of the crushing wave, that of the ocean, water in its purest form.
I don't know, Miss Snow. This sounds like a really horrible offer.
It's a very fancy fork you have up there.
He regards it, looks down at you.
Exactly where did you get that?
A gift from the Prince of Water herself, O Hydra.
I probably assume that's something we need to get.
I mean, can we think about
Seems-
it over dinner?
You can eat with it, I suppose.
Sure, it would be good for large pasta.
You can take time to decide if you wish, but the longer you take, the more likely it is that my minions will dispose of you.
We wouldn't even have to salt the water. They already provided it for us.
I'll let you think it over. But be warned. He doesn't say anything else. He just walks back and disappears behind these icy battlements.
He's a decent talker, huh?
So, how high are the battlements?
It is about 200 feet up with streaming water coming down the sides of this structure.
Do we want to fly up there?
That would be fun.
I could produce a few giant eagles, and it should be able to carry the majority, if not all of us, up there. The only question is if it's safer to move upwards and get a better idea of what our opponent is before crashing in on his large fork dinner.
Stoneflame sort of scratches his head looking at the fountain, and he drops, or he crouches, and then he plunges his hand into the water, and he pulls out just a stone that was loose from the pavement, and he hurls it up toward the toward the water keep castle thing. And you notice as it flies up toward the platform, a tendril of water shoots out and bats it down.
I feel like that changes a few things.
Indeed. Well, through the front door we go.
Well, that didn't work. Stoneflame muses as he takes up Chadicus's words and starts heading towards the inner part of the fence here.
Can we take a quick break really
Yes,
quick?
we can. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Thank you.
Bathroom time. Be right back.
Ready to proceed?
Start the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stone Flame starts approaching. What are you guys doing?
I'll follow in after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as
Oh,
you,
Ren is right behind him.
as you near the what was once the entrance to the town hall keep of Rolid, you can see sheets of water that are just driving down and splashing like a waterfall, and you're hit with the spray of the water. And as you get closer, you see a pair of figures sort of arise out of the water and just stand near the entrance. And as Stone Flame grows closer, the water starts to steam off of his body, as you can tell that he's starting to get ready for action. And he looks at the two, I don't want to say water elementals, they just look like sentries made of water. And he looks at them with a glare and looks back at you, and he keeps walking forward as if testing them. And he gets to the entrance, and as he touches the water and as an attempt to like go through it, he's knocked back. And then he reaches his hand forward, and as soon as he gets a couple of knuckles of finger deep into the water, don't laugh, his hand is knocked down severely. Whoa! Then he looks back. Ren, do you want to try?
I don't know. It looks like, well, maybe because I am stronger than you. Ren walks up and tries to put her hand in the water.
Sometimes you are. And as you go to like reach for the door, the front two doors of the keep, the water is just so fast that it just knocks your hand down. And any resistance you give is just met with, it's a pain of really fast moving water slamming against your fingers.
Mrs. Snow, do you know how to get through?
How thick is the like water sheet?
I would say they appear to be something like half a foot to a foot. It varies.
Hmm.
And as you're sort of appraising this, you notice that the two sentries are just staring. And looking again, you notice that they have what appear to be eyes as little points of light, and they are a sort of red color.
What happens if I walk up to one?
It doesn't react.
Should I touch it?
Ren walks up behind her with her great axe drawn and says, "You go ahead. If he tries anything, I will kill it."
I'm just gonna like tap it with the end of ice.
You tap it with the end of ice, and I need to have a quick think. Yeah. You tap it with ice, and it's as if you suddenly have a connection with this thing. Something about Oral's influence with ice bridges the gap, And it's not a word that expresses this idea to you, but more like a feeling, and that feeling is access denied.
I don't think these things are going to let us in. And I'm not sure how we'd get them to let us in.
Well, perhaps... What do you think, Mr. Chaticus?
How far away are the wet guards?
They're like right next to the door. On either side.
It appears as if we have been given a test. And the test would be to remove what would be blocking the door from us. Unless they have a riddle of some sort. Do you have a riddle?
They don't respond. Maybe if we ask one of the cultists how to do it.
I'm sure we could go find some skulking about here.
Yeah, Stoneflame says with a smile on his face, and then hefts his maul a little bit, twirls the end of it. Besides, there's probably more people in danger.
Which way should we go first?
He shrugs.
Didn't they say they were being held at the Dreg's place?
And
Do you know where the Dreg's place is?
they would have informed you that it was on the pier, which is this area.
As good a place as any. Let's go.
Alright, you start making your way there. It's eerily quiet now. You don't hear much in the way of like sloshing cultists, and as you look around, you don't see much, but as you near the pier, well, actually, as you pass this intersection that leads into the rich district, you do see some activity, or rather, you see some figures standing near this building here, but they don't seem to be trying to break in. Do you do anything with that, or do you continue forward?
Shall we go see what's going on over there?
I feel like whatever is going on over there will find us after we deal with the hostages.
Okay.
So as you get over to here to the pier, it comes into full view now. Something that you couldn't make out before because of just line of sight. Standing in front of this long building here is two water cultists. You can tell by their garb and the color of their skin, that bluish tint of certain cultists you've experienced before. And also, standing on the wood of the pier, this creature.
Oh, that is not good.
That is very dangerous looking and has lots of heads, Stoneflame says.
But there are two Goliaths and one Mrs. Snow who is as big as Goliath. We should be able to do it.
What do I know about this creature?
What do you know about this creature? Roll. Hold on. Roll either an Arcana check or a Nature check. The Nature check will be much more high DC.
Much more high DC. Let's go Arcana then.
Okay. Let's see. Wherever Chadicus have heard this. Maybe Chadicus took an interest in some arcane lore after maybe counseling some mage who lost someone dear to them.
Yeah, he blew up his colleague in an experiment.
He blew up their colleague in an experiment with some elemental industry technology, and it was pretty gnarly what happened. But Chadicus' job was to counsel them through their grief and their survivor's guilt. And part of that was them talking about weird creatures that are written about in some of the lore collected in the library of Akka. And I don't know, he might have decided to peruse some of it and heard also of this creature. And Chadicus knows from all of that that this is a Hydra, a creature that whose origin is debated. Some say the creature is these creatures are the designs of a god. Some say that they are the experiments of a mad wizard, but the traits of them that are written down are mostly agreed upon, which is that all of the heads have a mind each and are able to perceive the world around them with the same as any one creature. That they're natural swimmers, and that most importantly, that if you cut off one of their heads, they'll regrow it.
I relate most of that information, if not all of it, to the people. So it is probably annoying to deal with at the bare minimum. But it is likely one of the reasons why, if they march such a dangerous creature, why the entire townfolk would be more inclined to, obey their commands. I feel removing it from the town would be an important thing to do.
I agree.
Let's do it.
So you approach on the pier, and I need to focus again. What the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this raises an interesting question. So, using some diagramming, the creature and the two cultists that's flanking it is like right here, this little orange dot. So here is a hole, like it's a something you can fall into. So how does the party approach? Is there anybody coming from this end and then some coming from this end, or how do you do that?
This is when I miss Vardic. He was very good with the planning.
So is the town is flooded, right? But is the pier flooded as well?
The pier is not flooded. I just had some trouble with the vector graphics that I was using. The pier is not flooded.
So with the water below, is it still high up enough that the hole is like a problem, or is it like almost flush?
Getting near, you can tell that the water is at least 10 feet below, and while it wouldn't take you out of the fight for several rounds, it would be a pain to get back up. whereas before it was like something like 25 feet down.
I think we should come in from this direction.
From what direction?
All of us at the same time? Or should we split up 2 and 2? A mage, I guess 2 and 3. 1 mage, 1 Goliath, 1 cat.
That's not a bad idea.
Other side is a mage and Goliath.
I'll defer to you all.
I will take Mrs. Snow on my side, and the 3 of you go on other side of him, and we will confuse him. What do you think?
I think a creature with multiple heads that have different personalities will not be very confused by a split attack.
But with its attention split, it won't be able to focus on one person.
True.
We should definitely try to take out those other cultists that are on its sides before, if we can.
That is a really good idea. I think that, Mrs. Snow, you want to come with me, and we will send the other 3 the other way?
I give a nod.
Okay. Let's see. So you approach, and the 2 cultists kind of stare at you, like their attention is like looking left to right, and the Hydra has like 5 or 2 heads, a head for each actually, 5 heads, 2 looking at Snow and Ren, and the other 3 looking at Chaticus, Stoneflame, and Bit as you surround it, and they don't move yet, as they seem to be intently guarding the entrance to this longhouse building. But as soon as you cross this threshold here is when I'll have you roll initiative as I take you to the next page. Go ahead and roll as I work on music. Oh no!
Yeah!
Shoot. Okay. I messed up. I forgot to turn that. Just give me a second. Okay. You're not there. Oops, okay. Okay. Rolling for the Hydra. And the 2 fat homers. Also 11. Oh, come on. Vary it up a little bit for me. Alright, that'll work. And then Stoneflame. Oof. And then Bit. Alright, Snow. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to advance to here and cast flash freeze at 4th level.
Ooh. What's the radius of Call Lightning Flash Freeze?
60 feet.
Alright, so all these guys can get hit. Or they're all in the range.
Oh, no. Well, it... Yeah. So I'm just going to target the Hydra
Alrighty.
this time.
That's going to be 17 damage. They shrug off most of it. For not 9 damage. Okay. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Bit is going to take her to backseat dash and get up to this guy. And is going to Hail Mary upon him. Did I skip somebody's turn? Oh, no, okay.
No.
Staff clothesline to start. I think that misses. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Again. That also misses. Oof. Not a good start for Bit, as she is trying to get into this guy's defenses, but this arcane force is just holding her back. And the creature laughs and casts a spell. And Snow recognizes this as he shields his body in ice, and the other one does the same thing. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. No, Snow, Bit did hit the first 2 times. Okay. Good for her. I was looking at the wrong number. Alrighty. And that's it for them. The Hydra goes. They all go at the same time. And 30 feet. Alright. Well, the Hydra notices that Snow is the one that brought it hurt, so the Hydra goes up to Snow. Actually, no, yeah, the Hydra's gonna go up to Snow. Up to here, at least.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Alright. That misses. And it has a barrage of pet attacks. So here we go. 5 bites. 27, 17 misses.
Misses.
16 misses. 18 barely hits for 13. And 12. I like to think that Snow wards off 3 of the heads with ice as she takes those other 2 hits. And that's it for the Hydra. It is Stoneflame's turn as he runs up to here as Snow makes her con saves, and is going to huck 2 of his 4 javelins at this guy. That is a hit, and that's a hit. Ooh, nice. And you watch as Stoneflame breaks the icy armor on this guy, and a little bit of blood is drawn. Aha! Shadowkiss, it's your turn.
I would like to cast Confusion right around here.
Alright. What's the area?
I believe it's a 10-foot radius of a circle.
10-foot radius sphere. Let me just,
I'm pretty sure I should be able to get the Hydra in this lad.
Yep. Okay, so now I gotta read the Hydra
So
stuff.
wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. What's the condition it inflicts? Charmed?
So, I don't think it says so. Spell assaults, twist creature's mind, blah blah blah. Succeeds when the affected character can't react. No, there's no charm.
Okay, so I think. Okay, because I'm dealing with a multiple heads thing. So because of where it was, I'm gonna say that it has the potential of affecting 3 heads.
So we're gonna have the 3 heads acting with these numbers each time. That's gonna be super fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, but I gotta roll wisdom saves for each of them.
It's gonna be real funny when they move different directions.
So here is the wisdom saves. Do those 14s fail or save?
2 will fail.
Okay, so
Yeah, the fucking
2. 2 of the heads are confused, and then the fathomer, Jesus, he is not affected at all.
Well, there you go.
All right, this will be interesting. So remember that 2 of the Hydra's heads are confused.
Gotcha.
I will also say that I think Snow can tell that the 2 heads are confused because of like they're wobbling around and they're not as like focused and keyed in on her. So you can.
It's gonna be really funny when they have to determine what creature is the closest to attack.
Exactly. All right. Anything else, Chad?
No, that's gonna be my turn.
All right, Ren.
Ren is going to run up, put herself between Snow and the Hydra, and begin striking. She's going to rage during this time as well.
Alrighty. The 12 misses, the 19 hits. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, you're attacking this. Okay. Okay. I have to do some math. Okay. Ren, you slice one of the necks enough to where when you turn around with a momentum strike, it's enough to just hit the same head and it flops off. You've severed one of the heads of the Hydra. So now it has 4 heads, and 2 of which are all weirded out. Okay. Good job. Okay. Alright. Snow, it's your turn.
I am going to bring big chunk of ice right down here so it gets both of them.
Alrighty, loaf 'em.
We're gonna do channel divinity to
Alright.
make that max damage.
So that's 4d, so 40 damage in total.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, you don't resist cold. Well, that's unfortunate for you, sir. Okay. So... okay. The ice kind of like... It's almost like it's Auro's ice versus elemental water ice, as this creature's ice armor is just destroyed outright. And we'll see if he passes the con save. He does. So that's just going to be another 15 damage on... 10 damage on him. And then the Hydra, that's a high con, but fails. Takes 40 cold damage as another one of its heads shrivel and die. Like, the freezingness is just so much, it just shrivels and dies. So I had said that 2 of them were... So it's... I think because of the nature of this magic, it's an equal chance that one of the confused heads gets shriveled, so...
50-50 roll the dice.
Yeah, higher or lower?
Let's do higher. Lower.
Lower. So it's one of the healthier, or it's one of the confused heads that is shriveled up and killed.
Fair enough.
So now the Hydra has 3 heads. One of which is confused. Alright. Anything else, Snow?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Bit is going to keep hurting this guy as much as she can. She hits both of those. And then a follow-up. I used the wrong thing, but the 13 still hits. She has a macro for her ult on arm strike for some reason. So that's going to be 25 damage. I think, right? Am I right? Yeah. And she just knocks this guy to the ground, dead. And then she is going to start heading. She runs up to this guy. That one's dead. And this one in front of Bit is going to attempt to cast a spell at her. There we go. Wild energy just blasts in a random direction that Bit avoids easily. The Hydra goes. The Hydra has 3 heads right now, one of which is confused. Can you roll the confused, please? As the 2 of the heads will go for Ren. 2 bites on Ren. Can somebody roll that d10 and tell me what happens?
I got you. I believe that's a do nothing.
Alright. 1 head does nothing. Totally lost in the sauce as Ren takes a few massive hits. 14 and 15 piercing as they bite her. And... Ooh. Okay. 2 heads grow where those 2 head in the place of each of those heads. So now the creature has 7 heads. Seven heads. Okay. Stoneflame is going to run over. It's going to dash up to here. And he actually... Stoneflame is going to actually use one of his more magic abilities. And he is going to cast haste on himself and get up to here with no problem and take an attack. $15 is just enough to hit. As he smacks the creature, and you can hear it cry out in pain as some of the flame sears its flesh. That's it for Stoneflame. Catechus.
Don't got a lot of blasting things. I think I'm just gonna do chill touch.
Alrighty.
Hey, there we go.
Ho, ho, ho. Alright.
I don't believe it can gain health for the turn or something like that, if that matters.
It does matter a little bit. So that's hard, you guys. What is that? 22?
21.
21, thank you. Okay. And that's it for Catechus. Ren.
Ren sees the heads grow back, and she looks at Snow. He says, "They came back."
Just keep
And-
cutting them off.
That sounds stupid.
You can't keep it growing. It's physically impossible.
Stoneflame, don't be stupid. She is confused what to do, but like strikes out anyways because she's a Goliath.
Miss. Ooh, miss. Hit. As you hit one in the jaw and you break some teeth. 12 damage. Okay. Snow.
I think I'm just gonna try and cut in at this beast.
Alright.
Remember, you have advantage if you're standing next to me 5 feet.
Nice. 17 hits. For a total of 19 damage. Alright. Ice Butt hits. For 9. Snow, you cut off a head. It now has 6 heads.
I think that'll do it for me.
Bit is going to keep going after this guy, keeping him entertained. With a couple quarterstaffs. Both of those hit. And an unarmed finisher. 16 and 21 damage. Alright. And Fathomer is going to cast a spell and attempt to drain life from Bit. Ooh. The 20 will hit for 8, healing him for 4. 8's not that bad. And the Hydra goes 6 attacks. Coming at y'all as it lashes out. Let's see. What's the range of it? It's 10 feet. Alright, so 2 on Stoneflame. Oof, both of those hit. That's 23 damage. And then 2 on Snow. Oh.
Oh.
I'm at 1 hit point.
Oh god. 2 and
Oh
then
yeah.
2 at Ren. 19 and 19 for 18 in total.
Hit.
And it had taken some fire damage. So you watch as the stump of the one head that was severed is like, it has some burn marks around it, and you can see like the flesh start to warble and bubble as if it's going to grow another head, but it just doesn't. And Stoneflame, his eyes go wide and he says, "Kill it with fire!" And he's going to pull 3 attacks at this creature because he's hasted. And he's going to also activate his own Ragey Rage. So all these are made with advantage. The Molten Anger. As his tattoos light up and he goes hard with 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Hitting all of them. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Gonna do some math here with the calculator. Stoneflame does 47 points of damage. And he just crushes the necks of 2 of them. Or no, just 1 of them, and then just really severely hurts another. So now the creature has 5 heads again. And you can hear the sound of its flesh sizzling and burning, and you smell it too. And that's it for Stoneflame. Catechus.
Let's see. 20, 25, 30. Screw it.
Ooh, light. Alright, so that's a Constitution saving throw. It does not save and takes all that. So 27. It another head shrivels and dies. Anything else?
Bonus action to Shillelagh, and end my turn.
Alright, Ren.
Ren is just gonna do what Ren does, which is just slash out at these guys.
Alright. That is a miss. That's a hit. That's a hit. So, 11. Okay, Ren. How do you finish the Hydra?
I feel like I just step in and just swing my hardest at the heads that are left, and and then the momentum strike. I just strike into one of the holes of the where one of the heads fell off, right into his heart.
Right into his heart, the spine like cracks, and it just goes into the creature's exceptionally strong heart, and it just starts it just collapses, crying out with a couple of heads left, and this just really gnarly gout of blood shoots out, and like arcs over everyone's heads and like falls into the water behind you as the creature crumples, and then the next couple of beats of its heart are lesser and lesser as it just crumbles into nothing.
How many points for a Hydra? Stoneflame.
I think each head counts, so I got at least one. We're still in initiative. Snow. As the Hydra crumples, you see Bit fighting the Fathomer over there. You are very hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Everybody gets
what's the radius of all that?
60 feet.
60 feet radius, or is that the range?
30-foot radius sphere.
Okay. I think that can... Yeah, that can get everybody. So, I'm gonna heal up good old Stoneflame for 14. It for 14 if she needs it. She can use that. Cool. Bit is going to... She turns for a second, says, "Great job, let me finish this one." As she do quarterstaffs. Ooh. What was that? 17 plus 6 is 23, which is enough to put this guy down. And you're out of initiative.
I know we nerfed Healing Spirit, but what does it do again? What's the nerf?
The nerf is that it acts exactly like, at least the one I think we implemented, because they changed it. They eroded it in Tasha's, but I had seen and adapted a fix for it that it basically acts like spiritual weapon. It's in our conversation at some point.
I was hoping to get a snow, whatever healing I can get out of it. I think it still does more than any of the other ones.
Probably.
Looking in the talks.
I wonder if we can take a short break, says Stoneflame.
That would be beneficial.
Maybe we go in and see how the people are doing.
Yeah.
Do you think there's more inside?
As you say that, Ren, the door, the front door, which is a pair of double doors, creaks open and somebody peeks outside. And then the door slams open. Oh my goodness. Come in, quickly.
Do you have a healer?
I can handle that.
I need to wash all of this Hydra off of my weapon.
So yeah, pretty much I donk someone for 1d6 plus my spellcasting modifier, and I can do it 10 times because we have a minute.
That sounds about right.
So how's Ren's health looking?
She's looking decent.
All right, let's start with donking you for 2, and then I'll probably donk Snow with the rest of them.
You should donk Snow with all of them. It's okay. I'm only missing 40 of my 124.
I'll start with at least 5 donks for Snow. And then that's adding my wisdom 5 times. So that's going to be... Oh, I have a plus 5. So another 25 on top of that, so 45 health.
Oh, I'm good.
And still...
Back up to
Well,
55.
I still got 5 more. So I'll get you at least 2 more, and then I'll get Ren with the other 3. Oh, those are 8s. Whoops. So you'll get another 17, and then Ren, you'll get 14 plus 15, 29.
Thank you, Chadicus.
Certainly. And because we decided to make it like a spiritual weapon, I'm going to think it's just a floating shroom that kind of shakes spores over you. Just like a little maraca. Just
That is so cute.
Let's see here. Alright, so you enter this place, and oh man, I need I just need a... Where's my player's handbook art that I bought? Oh, here it is. Whatever. I'll use that art. Okay. You guys enter this room, this longhouse, sort of tavern, and scene dressing. You see a bunch of haggard humans crammed in here. Every table has people either sitting or laying about it. And you see a lot of far-off looks, people rocking themselves, and you hear children crying, trying to be shushed by their parents. The woman who let you in she says, my name is Keenet. I've been trying to hold everyone together. And as you're looking through this crowd of people, you notice that it's all humans. Which is significant. Despite not being in Rolid many times, this party knows that at least half the population is also halflings.
Where is everybody else?
We don't know. They separated us when they were taking us from our homes. They put all of us humans here, and we don't exactly know where they took the halflings. One person cries out, them lizard folk. They probably ate them. I saw them. They were looking at Natter, and he was licking his lips.
That's horrible.
Do you think you can help us get out of here?
Well, the Hydra is dead.
We're looking into removing the people from that tower over there. We're trying to find a way to access it. You wouldn't happen to know how they access their little fortress, would you?
The woman looks out to the crowd and says, do any of you know how they get into the keep now that they've doused it? And a little boy stands up, and you can see his mother kind of looks at him with concern, and he says, I know. The people with the shield things, they walk up, and they look at these piles of water thingies, and I see them flash green, and then the water parts and they enter.
The shells flash green?
No, the water pile thingies that raise from the water on the stairs. There's like a stoop that leads up to the doors that lead into the keep.
It looks like we're going to have to kill some more of them and get their things.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a very frightening couple of days. One of them pipes up, another one from the crowd. They're not even that organized. They come in and they take maybe 2 or 3 of us at a time for work. And then only a couple hours later they bring them back to switch out. They don't have any organization.
Perhaps it'll be easier to take them out then, though we shouldn't underestimate them.
Were we still needing that rest, or did we want to go acquire more of these stones?
Stones? Stoneflame says.
They were talking about the green gems. Are they saying that the water things are glowing green?
Hey, little boy. Were you saying that the water was flashing green, or was there stones? The water. Like, it looked like they had eyes. and they flashed green.
Oh. So the things control the water and they parted.
He shrugs, little boy shrugs and nods. Stoneflame then finds an empty part of the wall and slumps down.
Maybe it would be a good idea to rest.
Oh, if that's the plan, sure. I'm gonna find a little seat.
Okay. I feel like this is a good place to stop. Feel free to resolve your short rest real quick, though. I'm gonna do that for Bit and Stoneflame.
What's the challenge rating on a whale? Can I block the water?
Not with just one whale.
One whale won't do it.
It's a good idea, but
Just That's the classic conservation of momentum thing, you know? You chuck like little rat version of Chaticus and then he polymorphs into a whale. Midair.
Fantastic.
Don't do it. It's silly.
10 dice. Do one more.
Alright, got mine done. Now for closing up. Bye, Joy.
We are closing up. Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
100 done.